Hi everyone. I wanted to put out another path tag video, and this time I would like to feature the tags that I have surrounding the author Lucy Maud Montgomery. She is a lot famous for her Anne of Green Gables series, but she also wrote a lot of other great books, and she's a writer from the 1800s. She lived in Canada, and someone has made many tags revolving around her stories. And here's the one to kick it off. And I like seeing this design because when I look out my window today, all I see is cold and snow. And then this one is showing a beautiful springtime day. And this is a quote that Anne of Green Gables used to say a lot. She would say, "Isn't it nice to think that tomorrow is another day with no mistakes in it yet?" Because she was always very impulsive and getting into situations that were hard, but she always liked the fresh start of a new day. Okay, this one's kind of funny. It says, "Hey, carrots." She was very sensitive about her red hair. It was the one thing about her appearance that really gnawed at her as being not good. And when the boy at school was trying to get her attention, she would not pay attention to him at all. And then he decided to tease her about her red hair by calling her carrots. And then she really did pay attention to him because she lashed out with a very bad anger, and she broke her slate over his head in school. And then she held a grudge for years after that. So that was just about that scene in the story. Okay, here's one where she says, "I am so glad to live in a world where there are Octobers." And then I agree, because in the fall, it's beautiful to walk in a wood like this picture shows. And you see her long red hair behind her, as she always liked to be in nature a lot. So it was good for her to take walks like that. Okay, this tag is from like the opening scene of the first book, where she's being brought home from the train station by Matthew, and she's speaking to him all kinds of things like he never heard before, with such a weird twisty view on things. And she did say to him, "It's splendid to find out that there are so many kindred spirits in the world." And he was more of a black and white thinker, and she called him a kindred spirit, and that really just touched his heart because he was a kind man. This one was called "Matthew Insists on Puff Sleeves." Anne really wanted a dress with puff sleeves, but she was not allowed to have that because it was a waste of fabric. And Marilla made her dresses very practical, but she was the only one without puff sleeves among all her friends. And Matthew noticed that and made sure that she had a puff sleeve dress, and it made her so happy to have the puff sleeve. So here she is in her new dress with a tree behind her with the candles lit upside down. Okay. This one was not from Anne of Green Gables, but it came from a different series of Lucy Maud Montgomery called The Story Girl. And the Story Girl was the protagonist of the story, and she would say things to help people think about things, kind of like Anne of Green Gables, although it was a different character. And she said this in her book: "You may tire of reality, but you never tire of dreams." And LMM, of course, would stand for Lucy Maud Montgomery. So anyway, those are the tags for today from Anne of Green Gables. And if this person gets more made, I will add to this, hopefully. The person who makes this always likes to trade with me, so I'm happy about that, because these books are really great to read. All right, well, have a great rest of your February. Bye.